With just a couple of minutes left, I want to do something that we don't normally do, but a quick note that in all this, midst of all this remote broadcasting and craziness, we missed, we think, an important anniversary, at least to us. Somewhere in here, we did our 500th episode of Behind the Headlines, which is crazy to think about. It's been 10 years. My hair was much longer and much less gray back then when WKNO had this idea to do this weekly show. And truly, it's been incredibly gratifying that there are so many people who watch the show, and this kind of serious, wonky show that has, I think, by and large, pretty important discussions about what's going on in Memphis. We, in that time, have interviewed mayors, senators, city council, county commissioners, and we've had really difficult and I think important conversations about race, inequality, police, arts and culture, education, and taxes. First and foremost, a bunch of people to thank. First is Bill Dries, who has saved me with facts, history, and context in about 499 of those shows. A huge thanks to our original producer, Pierre Kimsey, who passed away. It was an invaluable person to get this started. Natalie Van Gundy took over as producer some 4 or 5 years ago and really took us to another level. So a huge thanks to her. Peter Richards, our director, has tolerated more mistakes by me than can be counted. And a huge thanks to all the crew who work on the show. Thanks to head of WKNO, Charles McClarty, who's been a huge, tremendous supporter of Behind the Headlines from the beginning. Debbie Robertson, who heads up the TV side of things at WKNO. The former news director, Russ Abernathy at WKNO, was a great, just tremendous supporter of the show. And thanks to all the original guests and regular guests, Bill Dries, Les Smith, Max Baker, Amos Mackey, who got us started. And a special thanks to Mike Labonia of WKNO, who about 10.5 years ago in a meeting about nothing to do with this show, looked across the table at me and said, and you can do a show. And somehow we did. In non-COVID times, people will come up to me and say, I must live the most boring life because every Friday night at 7:30, I'm at home watching Behind the Headlines. Well, thank you for watching. By the way, you're not alone because so many people come up to me and say that. When we get back to normal, you all should have a watch party, do shots. Every time I mess something up, make sure you have a designated driver because I mess up a lot. Thanks again. It's been 10 years, on to the next 10 years. And again, remember, you can get all the past shows on WKNO.org and podcasts on Daily Minute. Thanks.